I hate economic inequality for very few reasons. For very few reasons, okay? And that's not because I care about you being rich. I truly don't care about your life. You do whatever you want. You go root for Dodgers game or whatever you're rooting for. Go do that. I don't care. Go jump off a tall mountain into a water. Go plunge into the ocean. I don't care. Do whatever you want. What I don't like about economic inequality is not because you cannot buy a Mercedes. I'm okay with you not having a car at all. I don't care about your money. What I don't like about economic inequality is that creates a lot of poor people. And poor people are very dull to talk to. Poor people are extremely boring and uninteresting to have a conversation with. And I hate economic inequality because it creates a lot of poor people around me, and then I have to talk to them. I have to talk to you guys. And so I need to reverse the economic inequality, the wealth gap in the United States, not because I care about your well-being, but because I care about mine. And I want you all to be at least somewhat economically stable so that I can talk to you and I can have fun. Because it's not fun when everybody's poor and then I have to absorb that. I have to absorb poor people. So my hatred for economic inequality is kind of selfish, but it's still legitimate. But on the lighter note, there's still kind of hope. There's still a little bit of hope left. And I feel like there's going to be an uprising of gig workers. There's going to be an uprising for gig workers because these guys are just squeezing them down. And gig workers in 2019 or 2020, they used to work for, if they hustled, they would work for $20 to $35 an hour, which is not bad. It's not a good job, but at least it paid well above average. And now these companies, they just squeezing these poor people down to like $6 to $8 an hour with gas and like all of that these people do. And so the gig workers are kind of a poverty class. They're full-time workers, but they're like poverty class because they're working like somewhere below minimum wage. And there's going to be an uprising. And they're going to let them have some money because in this country, in today's society, in this day and age, capitalism needs consumers. And so because now everybody works for Uber. Everyone works for Uber now. Like 80% of population in the United States work for like some sort of gig work. And they're all making like $6 an hour because there's so many of them and there's no other jobs, especially in California. They can't spend money. And the people who are not paying them money will kind of realize that and they will kind of give them some money because they still need to buy stuff from those people. So there's some hope. You'll not be poor. You'll still be poor until the rest of your life. Of course you will. But at least you will have some more money so that you can buy some stuff from them so they can keep growing their wealth. And you can just kind of hang out. You can just kind of hang out around cities, around, restaurants, just kind of look at how people live. You will be able to do that. So there's hope. The main reason why the wealth gap is growing in the United States, look that up. I'm not gonna pull up a graph. It's not my job. I'm just saying things, okay? I'm just saying things. And you, if you want to listen to me, you have to trust me. Or if you don't trust me, like go do your research. I don't care. I'm just kind of saying things. And so the wealth gap in the last 10 years have dramatically increased in the United States. And the biggest reason for that is because you people let them. Because we in Ukraine, I'm from Ukraine, and in Ukraine we have let these oligarchic class to emerge. They didn't do it by themselves. There's too few of them. So we let them. So then the economic inequality is immense. Even I think it's even more than in the United States, even though that's arguable. But the thing is, you have let these people create wealth gap and you're still letting them. So I want you to know that that's on you. And you think that the problem, or they make you think that the problem is some kind of culture war, like people on the right, whatever that means, say it's all people on the left with their crazy ideas, and people on the left, whatever that means, say it's all about people on the right. And that's exactly where they need you to be. That is exactly where people who have something need you to be. Because I don't know how you guys did not realize it. Do you really need me coming here from Ukraine to explain these basic things to you? But I will, because I'm a nice person. The real problem is not whatever people say on the right or whatever people say on the left. The problem is whatever people want at the top versus what we need at the bottom. Because at this point, there's no middle. At this point, there's just people at the top, probably 0.1 to 1%, and there's 99 people, and they're all at the bottom in comparison to those people. And so if you think that it's about left-leaning, it's about politics and policies, you're out of your depth. You're out of your depth, and go find some kind of job, and don't think about these things because your ideas are just irrelevant at this point. The real problem why people struggle and will be struggling even more in this country is the divide between the top and the bottom, and not left and right. And the divide is happening because you guys are letting them. You guys are dumb enough to think that Sabrina Carpenter's new clothing line is more important than Amazon unionization. You think that that's more important. So I don't appreciate you for it, and I hope you'll change your ways, even though change is hard. Change is hard.